Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. So today was a fun day. Got to talk to Juan O'Savin. We talked about a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff that I have thought was coming. I mean, he just went right into it. I mean, I didn't even have to prompt him. The guy's like on it. I love it. So what did we talk about? We talked about, so he wanted to go into, normally what he does is he builds a case and then he ends the session with basically, now this is what I am talking about. So what he did in this one, he said, this is what I'm going to talk about. So he built a case around the storm. So the storm being the money, being the, because the banks are doing some shady stuff with the insurance companies and so forth. And they're about ready to do the same thing they did back in 2008, 2009. So I've been telling you guys, do not buy real estate. But if you got to buy, you got to buy, right? But if you can wait, you should wait because this baby's going to probably, the rug's probably going to get pulled out like it did in 2008. That's my feeling, right? It's the same setup, and he made that case as far as like, you know, the basically inflation going crazy, and then they yanked the rug. So other things that we talked about were the military. Everyone's interested about the military. I can tell you there's lots of stuff going on with the military. Very interesting. And I talk about it all the time. So he's on the same sheet of music on a lot of the stuff. I brought up some stuff and he kind of talked around it, like the dumbs and stuff like that. But you know, there's definitely some stuff that he knows because he talks to Trump. You know, I know he talks to Trump and he meets with Trump. He's talked about that in offhand and several times. I brought it up. I said, next time you talk to Trump, put in a good word for me so he can come on my show. So he said, and then he goes in and talk about how he was there for a Trump meeting. So he's definitely talking with Trump, and you know, he knows what's going on. So he brought up that in March 11th was just a few days after they discovered what they needed to do in the military to understand that we have a captured country, right? And so, and you would think, well, if the military is on board, why don't they like do some spankings? It's not that easy. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I'm going to bring up some stuff where, you know, they did that that forensic in Arizona. So like, you would think that everybody in Arizona is like, they stole it. No, they're not that way. So either they did a very, very poor canvassing of people's opinions, or it's just like we've been talking about for a while. There's still a lot of captured consciousness out there. Oh, it's like, please, how much longer? So I'll bring up the poll that they had. Not all that many Republicans, I didn't think. I thought it'd be like overwhelming. So that's why I'm really suspect on this poll, right? So, you know, polls are always manipulated. So I don't, we'll look at it. We'll look at the poll. We'll look at the poll numbers. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that everyone in Arizona, unless they're bombarding everyone with, you know, mind control there, which is quite possible. You guys in Arizona, is that what they're doing? Because there's very few people on the Democrat side who believe it was stolen. There's a very small fraction of people that are independents believe that it was stolen. In fact, just about every Democrat thinks that their guy won. And a good portion of the independents, according to this poll, think they won. And I might have the numbers wrong, but only 61% of Republicans believe our guy won. That's why I think it's really skewed, right? But, you know, it is what it is. If that's true, we got some real problems going forward. You know, it doesn't matter if they stole it or not. You know, Juan talked about how the reason why they didn't come in with the military on Jan 20th was that, trying to talk around this stuff. I don't know. And it's like this channel. Love to keep this channel. It's like, I see other people that started around the time frame I did, and they got like, you know, going on 1 million people. I'm like, oh, I'm back to 80,000. Like I'm like the guy doesn't get it, I guess. I don't know how to talk around this stuff, right? But oh well, it is what it is. So the the other things we talked about were the storm is upon us, and we talked about McAfee. So he brought up McAfee, and I was like, I was going to bring that up. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I'll see what Dwayne thinks about it. So he brought it up before I was about ready to do it. It's like, guys must be intuitive or something. So I was like, wow, yeah. So we talked about a lot of stuff, an hour and a half. The connection kind of faded a little bit, and we talk about that because that seems to be something that is that's going on. And I think as we move forward, we're going to see some of that as far as, and he even talked about that as far as like manipulation of the social media. He talked about how DARPA basically built the Facebook and gave it to the knucklehead to like promote it and like be the front guy, and that's the way it is. It's a controlled operation. Even the agency that I used to work for used to tell all of us, don't be on Facebook. And it is what it is. So we know that it's a captured operation. Pretty much all the social media has been infiltrated and captured, right? I remember when Google was in their infancy and the government wanted to know certain records, and Google was like, F off, we're not going to tell you that. And then they went after Google and like, oh, really? Well, we're going to like, shut you down. So then mysteriously all that went away and Google kind of like prospered even more. So like, okay, I see how this works. Yeah. So everything's compromised. These guys, have tons of money. They can dump it where they want to. They're making tons of money now from, what are the young guys calling it? I just want to get this right. I was like thinking about this before. It's like, I got to get this right. It's the something shot. What is that? It's like the something to do with the heart. It's when the heart gets what is it? Somebody's got to know, because somebody said it in the chat last night. So what is that thing that the young people are saying about this? It's a clot shot. It just popped in my mind. Somebody, and probably one of you out there sent it to me. Thank you very much. So the clot shot is a problem. So even the young people are like, But parents are like, well, you got to get that to go to college, because a lot of colleges are saying you got to have it. So they're like, oh, I guess I'll do it. And it is what it is. So we talked about that. I'm not going to talk about it here, but we talked about that. And if you want to see that, it's always very informative with Juan, guys. For me, being a former, Navy SEAL and CIA at the highest levels, I look on him and I'm like, this guy's got it. He's got it in spades. So let me see, where is that? Right here. So Rumble, my Rumble is Michael J 5326. You see it right there, Michael J 5326. Look at that time, July 22nd in 2021. Wow, lots of twos there. I don't know what that means, but it probably means something positive. I think the full moon is full, and it's the tide, something about watching the water. I guess I've seen some stuff where we need to watch the water, and as the water recedes from these different places that have been flooded, that things are going to be real. So maybe that full moon has that tide thing. That I don't know why, but that song by Blondie just popped into my head. Or one of you singing that in your mind? The tide is high, I'm holding on. Did I do that justice? I don't think so. Not like Blondie. So that's Rumble, and I also have it on Telegram. So if you guys pop into Telegram, you're going to see it in there. So the storm is upon us. So Telegram or Rumble. It's Rumble in the jungle. So here he is. And look at that. Look at that letter of the alphabet there. They just like to paint this stuff. John McAfee's death sparks conspiracies. Tech guru has activated dead man switch. And when is that supposed to pop? Even Juan brought this up. It's supposed to pop within hours. Is it? Is it going to expose them? It's kind of leading to that. You know, they seem to dropped one of those towers on the Atlantic side of Florida. Remember that? Haven't heard too much about that, have you? And that thing just dropped right in its footprint, just like 9/11 type towers. It's amazing, these guys. Just like, they don't care who they kill. So reportedly, he was supposed to have said that he had the kill switch there, which had like tens of terabytes or hundreds of thousands of terabytes. I don't know what it was. So lots of information on the government. So I'll show you guys in a little bit where Joe Biden in his CNN town hall was talking about, and these 17 letter of the alphabet guys. So I'll let him say it. Maybe we'll get away with him saying it. But if I say it, it'd be like, they'll bring out the hook and it's like, argh. So he said it, and he's like, and they're saying that I'm blood sucking, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whoa, what? Yeah. So and Juan brought that up, actually, because I was going to bring that up in my show today, which I am, of course. And I was like, wow, yeah, you brought that one up too. So he was like, yes. The reason why is because it might be coming out soon. So what do? They like try to get out in front of it and make it look stupid. So when stupid people that listen to him still, evidently, not too many of them, because I'm going to show you a video of that CNN town hall, and there wasn't a lot of people there at all. Of course, he supposedly got 81 million, the most votes of any president or any candidate in the history of the US. And Democrats still think that's okay. That's not unusual. Wow. Captured consciousness. So supporters say the mysterious 17-letter alphabet post shared to McAfee's Instagram minutes after his death in jail may indicate a hidden encryption. So he said that he had an address at that one residence that collapsed in his footprint. So, if there was a chance that it was there, they're gonna like take it down. They don't care who they take down, who they kill. We already know that, because they're pushing something to make money right now that seems to be having a lot of problems out there. But we won't talk about that. So what else they're trying to do? They're trying, again, as of now, 5 days ago, last few days, last 3 days. So here he is with this lovely wife. She's got the beautiful, beautiful teeth. Wow, beautiful. And she seems really sweet. Look at her. She's with her hubby, hanging out with him. It must be kind of cool, hanging out with someone who's like hundreds of millions of dollars rich. I don't know. It's it seems to be an aphrodisiac for some people, but for me, it's just like I'm very choosy. So John McAfee was broke at the time of his death after spending millions on a string of luxury villas and bizarre blah, 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 right? Died by a parent, suicide. So they're kind of like leaving that door open that maybe it might not have been. So Yahoo News, yeah, you're not controlled, disinfo. All right, so, there's lots of stuff out there. They're going to try and, savage people and make people look bad and so forth. Coinbase now accepts trading for Dogecoin. So do I recommend Coinbase? I do not recommend Coinbase. All right. Coinbase is one option for people. Maybe some of you, I did have Coinbase at one time. I do not anymore. There's other people that have talked to me about Coinbase and, you know, they don't have it either. I'll just leave it at that. But what I do recommend is this gem right here, Gemini, right? And you can actually earn interest. So your interest compounds daily up to 7.4%. And which one does that? Dogecoin. And I have a lot of Doge in there. I wish that I had known this sooner, because I have a very, very, very lot in Robinhood, a very, very, very lot. And Robinhood has been saying they're going to make wallets so that I could transfer it into Gemini, but they still are dragging their feet on that. Why? Because they make a lot of money when you sell, then they get a commission. If you put it in your wallet, they don't get any commission, right? Or if they do, they get a very, very small fraction compared to what they do if you sell it. So, and if I sell it, then I'm getting a profit before a year. So I'm not going to do that. So the more Doge that I buy is going into Gemini. So this is one that I recommend for you guys. They have lots of them that you can get into. So you get the prices here. As you see, Bitcoin is just punched over. It's been creeping, and now it's punched over a resistance, which was at 32.25. And the same thing with Ether. Ether's resistance was 2. Now it's over that. Cardano's looking really good. I have Cardano, I have the Ether, I have Dogecoin. There's a couple of other ones that I have in here. Poly's a really good one. Poly's been up huge. And then what else do I have? Got a lot. So I've been in and out of a couple of these, that basic attention token. I made a lot of money off of that. It was down in the like 20 or 30 or something like that. It went up to like a couple dollars. And so I made some good money on that. Same thing with Ox. They get beaten down pretty hard. So I'm like, those are going to go back up. I'm going to make some more money on those. So I got back into Ox. I think Ox, I might actually keep that for a while, because it's working with the Ethereum network. So there's lots of ways to make money these days in this. So Gemini, I recommend Gemini. I made a lot of money off of my money or my crypto in Gemini, because they pay you earn interest. So if you put it in an earn account and leave it there, it basically draws interest. So instead of just sitting, my lots of Doge is sitting in Robinhood earning no interest. In this, it's earned a lot. So what do they do with the interest? They just turn it right back into buying more crypto. Also have eToro, which does the same thing. So shop around. I recommend that you get one. Gemini is very, very good. It's secure. You have to go through different, second layer of, encryption to get into your account. So it's super safe. And like I said, earning interest makes it even more valuable. So like I said, they take the interest and just buy more of that coin that you earn interest in. So it's boom. Same thing with eToro. So I'm like making a lot more money because this stuff keeps going up and it's doing really well. All right, so that's that. So if you're not in crypto, why? So I don't know, maybe you don't have anything to invest, or maybe you don't know enough about it. But yeah, anyway, so michaelkjaco.com. That's where I have my books, courses. So the courses are outstanding. You guys are buying these like hotcakes. I love it because you guys, when you buy this stuff, buy this information, you become intuitive. So those people that are really dumbed down right now, you become even smarter, even smarter than what you are right now. Yes. So a lot of you guys, I've seen some other people post this, and it's up to you, because I've seen people that have been through my course and they're like, I thought I knew intuition until I did your courses, and now I really know intuition. So there's a lot of people out there that think they know intuition, but they don't know intuition. So, you know, it is what it is. Podcast. So just released another podcast. A podcast developer was unfortunately down for a month. So got it back going again. Hopefully, you know, we keep that going. Yeah, people getting sick everywhere. So it's happening. So you can come in and actually listen to them. So this one was with Michelle Fielding. That was a great show. I think between probably my social media, her social media's got way over 250,000 views. And this one's already, it just dropped today, and it's already got, you know, almost 1,800 downloads. So it's a great way to listen to this. If you haven't listened to it yet, you can listen to it while you work, listen to it while you're driving a car. So lots of good ways to listen to the podcast. You can just come to the site, and as you look around and do some shopping, whatever you want, you can listen to that. So shopping for, now we got the glossy magic mug. Why is it magic? Because you see how it has the lettering there? You can't see the lettering unless the mug is hot. So when the mug gets hot, then it reveals itself. It's all glossy black up until that point. So pretty cool. Big seller right now is a stainless steel water bottle. My prices were very thin margin of earning on them, to the point where the people that are you know, putting this together and putting it out there, I was actually losing money. Yes, I was losing money on some of these products. So some of you guys that jumped in and got this stuff when it was discounted, you got a really good deal. So you know, it is what it is. So as we go forward, it'll work its way. It'll work itself out. So if you feel like you got a much more generous deal than you should have, hey, that one's on me. It's good. It's good. All right. So still, I believe they're exceptionally good prices. So I have my Intuitive Warrior shirt, Unleashing Intuition. So get all this stuff. And I just bought a whole, as these guys release this stuff, I'm like, I got to have that. That is cool. Like the workout wear. I was like, always wanted to have my own line of workout wear. This is like a dream come true. It's very cool. So also when you go down into the shopping, there's a few others, the Ascent Nutrition. Let's see if they have the raw pine pollen tincture. See if I can buy it. So I don't know if they have it. Haven't talked to these guys a little bit. Nope, I guess not. So they just punch you over to something else. So it's still not available, but there's a lot of stuff in here that is elderberry immune support. I just bought some of this digestive enzyme complex. The coffee, like I said, is like unbelievable. If you haven't tried their coffee, do yourself a favor. If you like coffee, try their coffee. You're gonna be like, dang, that's pretty cool. Mold and mycotoxin free organic coffee. So it's really good. I love it. And so there's lots of other things to buy in here. Is also let's see if I get my phone real quick. Yeah, that gold disc is Tesla technology. It keeps you free from EMF waves that can harm you and your loved ones, because it sends it out pretty wide. So you can be hanging out, you know, at the coffee shop or drinking your own coffee in your own house, the coffee you get from Ascent Nutrition. And, you know, you got one of those discs on your phone. It's keeping you safe, and it's keeping the people around you, your loved ones, safe as well, or your friends, whatever. All right. So put it on your computer, put it on your phone, put it on your dog's collar, you know. So it's going to definitely make a difference, and everybody loves that stuff. All right, so that's that. Let's jump over how. Here it is. Poll. Most Arizona Republicans believe that thingy, forensic, will show Trump won the state. Most? What percentage? 61%. Are you kidding me? That's it? It's not 80 or 90%? What's going on there? Who did this poll? OH Insights. I don't know. Guys. I think it's skewed. But you know, what if it's not? It's disturbing if it's not, actually. So in contrast, 24% of independent registered voters surveyed in the state agreed with that statement. That statement being that, you know, DJT won. Only 15% of Dem registered voters surveyed in the state agreed with it. So that's pretty low. Okay, so among independents, only 25% said DJT, while 54% answered Joey. 21% were unsure. So maybe they didn't vote. I don't know. So maybe they're really not here. Who knows? Or maybe they just don't want to say. That could be it too. Because a lot of people said, remember in 2016? Oh no, I didn't vote for DJT, but a lot of them did. Demos were virtually unanimous in their response. 89% answered Joey, while just 2% answered DJT, and 8% were unsure. So overall, 51% of survey respondents answered Joey. Wow. So most people thought that Joey won. After all the stuff that happened there to prove that that's not so much. Wow. In the state. So is this skewed? I say yes, but like I said, if it's not, that's disturbing. That means we got a lot of work left to do still. And it's like, what do? Get on a jet and go somewhere else? I don't know. Oh my God. U.S. women's soccer's epic unbeaten streak comes to an end in Olympics match. Bye-bye, girls. You wokers. You're going to go broke if you're woke, and you're going to be a loser if you're woke. So these girls prove it.
All the more sweet, given the public displays of wokeness that the women's soccer team have become rather infamous for. The women's team began the match with a demonstration of their fidelity to cultural.
So Dr. Steve Turley, love his work. I used to post it a lot. He kind of went missing there for a little bit, but now I found him again. So kind of like a lot of us, right?
And BLM by taking the knee. Of course, they weren't alone in doing this. And this despite the fact that Olympic rules ban their official media from showing such rituals of wokeness, either through videos or the posting of pictures. So our women's soccer team decided, instead of showing their patriotism and their gratitude to the nation that gave them this amazing opportunity, they decided to deride and mock and ridicule our nation instead. But alas, the joke was on them, for that gesture of taking the knee ended up being symbolic of the rest of the game. The U.S. women were utterly humiliated by Sweden. They were completely shut out of the game. They looked confused. They looked bewildered. You know, you might say they looked a lot like Joe Biden out there.
We should be in a position where you why can't the experts say, we know that this virus is in fact it's going to be, or excuse me, we know why all the drugs.
Ooh, that's painful to watch. But you know, that's the Biden. Maybe that's the white hat Biden, because the black hat Biden comes along and presents himself quite well. So this, I believe, is a black hat Biden. Let's listen.
QAnon. The idea that the Democrats or the Biden is hiding people and sucking the blood of children and no, I'm serious. That's now you may not.
Now, when the camera panned to the crowd, there were a few people that were giggling, but not everybody.
Like me, and that's your right. Look, it's a simple thing. You can walk out and say, I just don't like the way that guy wears his tie. I'm voting against him. You have a right to do that. You have a right to do that. But the kinds of things that are being said of late, I think you're beginning to see some of the, and by Democrats as well, sort of the venom get sort of leak out of a lot of it. We got to get beyond this. What do you say to your grandchildren or your children about what's happening? Do you ever remember a time like this before in the entire history? Whether you're a Democrat or Republican? This is not who we are.
Yeah, so I think like Juan said, they're trying to get in front of it, his controllers, because that's a puppet boy. All right, so I like Black Conservative Patriot. He's basically showing, what it looked like at that event. He talks a little bit about it. So let's listen to this.
This is an image of the former vice president at his CNN town hall. Look at that image. This is the man that we are told got 81 million votes, more votes than any person in the history of the United States running for president or for any office. That is just amazing. What's even more amazing is that's what we're being told, yet this man can't seem to get a lot of people out to see him. Here is a still of the CNN town hall. Wow, man. I mean, obviously what I'm looking at here is proof that 81 million people were so excited to cast their ballot for this man, and they are so enthralled with him that anytime he has a public speaking engagement, he packs rooms. I mean, Trump only got 70-something million, we're told, and he barely gets like 50,000 people. Nothing in comparison to this. I mean, this is a sign of a truly popular president. Oh, wait. BCP, no. It's not that people liked him. It's that people had TDS. They wanted Trump out, and they just picked anybody. But of those 81 million people, he couldn't get just maybe more than a third or half of the CNN. I mean, it's not even social distancing here. These people have been, oh, that's right, I forgot. I reported earlier, it was by invitation. You mean he's not popular enough with his own people that he gives invitations to fill the place? Or wait. Or is it that he has plenty of people that he invited, but these are only the ones that showed up? All right, folks, let's get into some news. I'm going to be covering the some things from the CNN town hall. I will spare us images. I'll be playing a few sound clips, but I just don't feel like seeing the former vice president.
He's like me. He's disgusted every time he looks at him. I don't like to look at that guy. He's like reptilian or something. No. So U.S. extends COVID-19 border restrictions with Canada, Mexico to August 21st. Why? Don't you have the border wide open? You're just letting anybody come in. So why would you extend the restrictions for Canada and Mexico for honest people that are coming over the border? Residents and stuff like that. Why? It just doesn't make sense, does it? But it would make sense if you are trying to get replacements, because a lot of these people that are coming over are infected, as they're finding out. So they don't really care. So a lot of these people are definitely not, what was that? I forgot it already again. Mine is gone. So that thingy. So when you get the thingy, there might be a countdown, and it's looking that way, unfortunately. So they're not getting it. So maybe there were replacements. So they're like bringing in as many as they can, bring in the replacements. All right. So that's good, right? That's amazing to me that these guys are playing this game and they think they're going to get away with it. But when you look at that poll, like I brought up for Arizona, it's like maybe they have, you know, if that poll is accurate, that's pretty sobering. And there's a lot of people that are saying, you know, can be longer. So I was like, there's no way. There's things that are coming up. And even some other people have told me, you know, within the next few weeks, I don't know. So it could be a disinformation thing. But you know, when you see polls, you just gotta, like, you know, discount them for the most part. So you can't get wrapped up in them. I think that as we move forward, we're going to see Katie Cat close to 80% or more. 80% or more people you think are awake. So, I don't know. Boy, it is on Rumble. I'm watching it. Just in a bubble. Just in a bubble. Oh, that's an awesome name. Just in a bubble. I love that name. Good one. So you're watching me and the show at the same time. You are a stud. I love it. Micro, or was it? Anyway, 80 plus. You think there's 80 plus? So Daza, if you're buying crypto, only buy Monero or Pirate Chain. Those are the only two really private coins you can get. Look into it for yourself. So, you know, be careful with people that are in there. I don't know, Daza. There's other people that come in and give you like, go to this site, and Mike goes for this site. I don't. I mean, what I just told you, I'm not an expert. It's just what I do. But I'm not making any money. And if someone tries to make money, say, hey, Mike said this is good, and, you know, go invest in this. Don't do it. All right. So a lot of people are getting caught up in that. And I guess someone actually got caught up in on my side as well in that scam. So be careful out there. So yeah, I mean, do your own research. Just make sure you're not going just tarot cards. Really, dude? How stupid. Hello, Michael. Hello, everybody. Hello from Paris, Andre. All right. Hello. Bonsoir. Get your Unleashing Intuition merchandise. Yes. Thank you. CV's daughter. Tarot by Janine is awesome. And Tarot by Janine with Michael is really cool, right? So I love it. I love it. She's tapped in. And if you're still stuck on, you know, whether that's, you know, good or not, it's like, that's too bad. There is still a silent majority, like my husband, kids, and parents. They don't get into this, but they are for Trump. They're just quiet. I'm wide awake and ready. Good job, Tammy. And good job to your family. It's good to have a family that's together on this stuff. Love from Las Vegas, Mary Price. Love back to you. I say don't go near Biden. You don't. Yeah, especially you girls. Whoa, let's go get some ice cream. Wow. Then he reaches down and smells your hair. Ooh, creepy, creepy. Yeah. So I have to be careful. You know, Biden is okay. He is who he is. I don't want to get cyberbullying and get shut down, because that's what they do. All right. Losers. Yep. But White Hat Biden cracks me up. Joshua, you like that? Yeah. So that's the guy that basically doesn't talk so good. I think he's our guy. And then the guy that's like very articulate, that's their guy. I don't know. I don't think he's around anymore, but you know, it is what it is. Whatever. Clot shot. Yep. David Moore. Thank you. Clot shot, clot shot, clot shot. shot clock. We could say that too. Yeah, August 13, not happening per Juan, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's just another day that comes and goes. Like all the other ones, right? All right, guys. It's getting a little bit late here, so I have to go get some rest. This full moon, or this filling moon, is having its effect on me. I feel very, very drowsy, very relaxed. I won't say drowsy, it's like really relaxed. You know, after working out 3 hours a day, you know, talk with Juan and drive around, look at some places here in Florida, some other places. I think that, you know, it's cool. Everything's cool. It's going to be what it is, right? And I say, like, you know, jump on a plane, go fly somewhere else. Like, where else is there? Where else is there? Is Dead Man switched to night? Same question here. Yeah. We'll see. You know, tomorrow's another day. Maybe crypto will grow up more, make me happy. Because then I can escape rich. I don't know. So to the moon, right? You guys that are in crypto, if you're in big, it could be very profitable going forward. Or, you know, it could go to zero. You never know, right? So never invest anything, any money into something that you're not completely comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it, you know. But if you feel, you know, drawn to it, like I do, then go for it. And I'm not trying to give you like, because Mike likes it, you should do it. It's like, you should do it if you feel comfortable and if you feel that you have the money that you can lose, right? So if you lost it all, like tomorrow you wake up and it's like zero, it's like, that sucks, but you know, oh well. There's other things I'm invested in. So hopefully I do well. If everything crashes, it's like, you know, I just go into the woods. No big deal. I can live in the woods. I wanted to do that at one time, actually, but they're like, no, Mike, got to go back and teach the people. It's like, So here I am. I wouldn't say I'm regretting disclosure. I'm not regretful, but I would say that, you know, I am more informed. So the more that I inform people, the more I'm informed, because I'm always searching for information. So I hope you guys are doing the same thing. And as we move forward, I believe that, you know, we're just going to know, you know, when it's time to hold them or fold them. So I'm rambling, so I need to go to sleep. All right. Love you guys. And I will see you guys next time.